CIET NCERT presents audiobook Bansuri, Textbook of Arts for Grade 5.
Page number 41. Chapter 5. Spreading the Message. On the top left is the visual art palette with 2 paint brushes, and on top right is the QR code which can be scanned for more information on this chapter. On the bottom right of this page is an image of a school's hand washing station. 3 students are washing their hands in the basin. Above the hand washing station, on the wall, are 3 posters. The first poster has the message, "Please save water." The image contains of earth having a tap giving water to people who are filling their utensils. The second poster depicts the stages of washing hands for children. The third poster has the message, "Wash your hands before eating food." And in the poster, a child is washing his hands in the basin. School events are a lot of fun, but they also involve a lot of preparation and organization. We want many people to know about the event and attend it. While speaking to others is one way of spreading the word, posters, invitation cards, and online messages are also commonly used to share event details. A poster or invitation card should not only look attractive but also make the information easy to remember. Posters can also be used to remind people about important topics such as road safety, personal safety, cleanliness, nutrition and hygiene, good habits, school rules, and so on. A well-designed poster can positively influence a person's thoughts and behavior. This chapter introduces you to some basic design principles that will help you create an effective poster on a chosen topic. These principles will guide you in improving the visual appeal and impact of your design. Page number 42. Basics of poster design. On the top left is given a poster with the message, "Someone is hungry. Don't waste food." The poster has an image divided into 2. On the left side of the image is a boy who is saying, "I can't eat everything," and he is throwing the food in his plate in the dustbin. On the right half of the image is a boy who is very thin and crying, and he is looking for food in the same dustbin. He is saying, "I will eat anything." On the bottom right of the page is a poster of Department of Justice with the message, "Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao." The poster has an image of 3 students holding books in their hands and being happy. The message also reads, "शिक्षा है जीवन का आधार, लड़की को दो पढ़ने का अधिकार." Posters carry messages that inform and create awareness. They use a mix of visuals and words to catch our attention and communicate important messages quickly and effectively. Observe the posters on this page. Identify the common elements used in the different posters. What helps you easily get the main message on each poster? What is the first thing that catches your attention in each poster? Why do you observe it first? Page number 43. The right half of the page has a poster about cleanliness. The message is Swachhata Hi Seva. Recycle and reuse old newspapers, magazines. The image in the poster depicts reusing of old newspapers in the form of an art piece or a paper bag or bookmarks. Posters convey information effectively in just a few words. The arrangement of text and images in a poster is based on design principles. These principles help us make effective designing decisions. Emphasis is a design principle that gives importance to one part more than others. It helps the viewer focus on the main message the visual and text convey. Identify the visual or text in the poster that is emphasized. How has it been emphasized? You may notice the following. Its size is big. Its color is bright or attractive as compared to other parts of the poster. It is highlighted or underlined. How does emphasis help this poster? Page number 44. The order of importance is another design principle. For example, in a newspaper, the text is printed in different sizes. The main headlines are large and bold so that they are read first. Less important matters are presented in smaller sizes. In a poster about a missing pet, more space is used for the photograph of the pet. The next important detail might be the word missing. Both of these would quickly draw the viewer's attention to the main topic. Other details like the owner's contact information are necessary but may be given less importance and therefore less space. Observe the poster carefully and identify the order of importance among its elements. Let us understand the order of importance with the help of the poster on the right side of the page. This poster is of a missing cat. The 1/4 of the poster is red in color. The 3/4 poster is yellow in color. On the top is written a line, "Our pet Rangu is," which is marked as important. In the second line is written "missing" in bold big letters. This is marked as more important. Most of the space in the poster is taken by the image of the pet Rangu. This is marked as most important. Around the image are drawn the paws of a cat. This is marked as least important. The lowest portion of the poster reads, "If found, please contact Sanju and Neema." This is written in smaller letters and marked as less important. In the last is given their mobile number in bright red color, and this is marked as important. Page number 45. Identify and write the order of importance in the given poster. A poster of a tiger is given. Around the tiger's image are written various words that describe the tiger, like wild, daring, merciless, dynamic, fearless, lethal, awesome, powerful, extreme, ferocious, magnificent. At the bottom of the poster is written the message "Save Tiger." You have to identify the order of importance and mention it in the blanks given on the sides. Page number 46. Activity 5.1. Create your poster. Use the principles of emphasis and hierarchy to create your poster. Step 1. Choose a message you want to communicate to your friends. For example, classroom cleanliness, road safety, or everyday hygiene. Step 2. Plan the images you want to include and decide what size each one should be. Step 3. Write a phrase or sentence for your message. Ask your teacher to help you check the grammar and spelling. Step 4. Plan the hierarchy, the order of priority, for the images and text. Decide the most important to the least important elements. Step 5. Create a rough layout of your plan for the poster. Decide where you will put the text and how much space it will take. Step 6. Observe your rough layout and decide whether your most important element is emphasized. Is it the first thing that catches your attention? Do your eyes move across the layout in the order of priority you have planned? Step 7. Take an A3 sheet and draw a 3 cm margin on all four sides. Measure and draw parallel lines that will guide you in writing words in a straight line. Step 8. Draw the visuals, add details, and color the poster. Page number 47. Create the rough layout of your poster here. Page number 48. Design principles are not only used in posters but also in advertisements. Gather old newspapers or magazines and cut out small advertisements and paste them here. Observe the emphasis and order of importance in the design and mark them. Page number 49. Assessment. Chapter 5. Spreading the message. The first column mentions the curricular goal. The second column mentions the competency. The third column describes the learning outcomes aligned to the competencies. The fourth column is for teacher's assessment and the fifth column is for self-assessment. CG1, C1.1, LO creates posters that address issues and events in everyday life. CG2, C2.1, LO uses the design principles while making posters. CG3, C3.2 considers different contexts for making posters and plans work accordingly. Overall participation in class. All the LOs to be assessed by teacher and self. Teacher's observations to be filled in the blanks given below. Other comments also to be mentioned in the blanks given below. Page number 50. Summative assessment. The table below gives certain ideas or activities for individual assessment as well as group assessment. The third column gives criteria for assessment. Individual. Activity for assessment examples are: create an invitation card for any family occasion, such as a housewarming, birth ceremony, wedding, anniversary, or any other such event. Think of the size of the card. Think of its format, front and back, single fold, etc. Create a border design. Draw pictures or images to represent the event and place them suitably in the card. Think of suitable text for the invitation card. Criteria for assessment for individual activity would be: suitability of card size and format for the event. Application of design principles. Relation between image and text. Neatness and completion. Group activity for assessment examples are: make groups of 4 and create a large artwork. Maybe chart paper size, that is 8.5 into 11 inches. Select any story that has an imaginary being. Discuss and select a scene from the story. Compose the scene by dividing the space into foreground, middle ground, and background. Draw the main character of your story and the other details in the scene. Use a variety of materials and processes such as collage, drawing, painting, and printing while making your artwork. Display your completed work and review the work done by other groups. Criteria for assessment of group activity can be: visualization of a story with an imaginary being. Uses foreground, middle ground, and background in the composition. Uses a variety of materials, tools, and techniques. Participation in review and feedback process. Chapter 5 ends here.
Basuri, you were just listening to this audiobook, Textbook of Arts for Grade 5. Narration, Tripti Upadhyay. Sound recordist, Amarjit Sarkar. Production assistant, Vineet Kumar Sharma. Directed and produced by Vimalesh Chaudhary. This audiobook is brought to you by CIET NCERT, New Delhi, India.